Hello there and welcome to Preparing for Legion. In this series of 10 videos, we are going to discuss how you can prepare for the launch of Legion. Be it things you can do right now, or information about the various systems you'll be interacting with upon launch. Hopefully these will help you prepare for the next expansion. In this video, we're going to discuss professions. Things have changed quite significantly in Legion, and although the basic premise of collect and craft is still intact, the details have seen some fine-tuning and some really cool tweaks. Just note, however, that in an effort to avoid spoilers, for myself mostly, I know it's a bit strange, I haven't actually leveled up any characters on the beta, so we're going to need a bit of stock footage for some parts of this video. Let's start with some of the smaller details. First of all, your profession window has changed, as you've probably noticed. You can tab to your unlearned recipes if you want to see what's ahead of you. Use this to help plan what reagents you're going to need, specifically for food with cooking. Knowing what your recipes will require will help you save a good amount of gold in time in Legion, since you'll be aiming for those reagents right from the start. Just as before, you can link your profession to another player, and you can now filter it by category, source, and slots, which is a lovely little quality of life improvement. So, what skill level will you need to create things in Legion? 1. That's it. The skill level is irrelevant to being able to craft items in Legion, so although I did recommend leveling up professions in my Preparing for Legion video for your characters, that was a mistake on my part. You won't be penalized for having a low skill level in the slightest. You can do everything a max skill player can be when it comes down to Legion recipes, as long as you have the profession. So, how do recipes and progression for professions in Legion actually work? Well, they have 3 ranks, denoted by stars underneath the name of the recipe. Each rank of a recipe makes you better at creating something. So, for instance, if I wanted to create some crispy bacon, and why wouldn't I, then I'd gain more bacon out of a single craft if I had a higher rank. For crafted armor, like a pair of dead leather pants, then higher ranks result in requiring fewer reagents. This way you can sort of level up your recipes so that you're more proficient in creating them. This also applies to gathering professions like skinning. You have a new tab for these skills, and they will let you gather more items more effectively each time you skin a monster, or pick a herb, or mine some more. Each type of gathering material has its own skill, so you'll want to upgrade the ones that you'll get the most out of. For me, I'll be upgrading my ability to harvest stonehide leather so that I can make more gear for myself. You'll be getting drops from all over the place to offer rank 2 and 3 recipes for your various professions, so keep your eyes open. You can mouse over the item's stars to see the source of your next rank, and then combine it with something like Wowhead to get more detail. Gathering nodes have also been changed. They are all character specific in Legion. No longer can anyone screw you over by stealing a node from you. If you can see it, it's yours. You might see other people collecting from your ore nodes or picking your flowers. Don't worry, you won't lose anything. That said, there is one exception to this: skinning. If you skin something, it will still disappear. This is likely in an effort to stop the skin market from absolutely exploding. You may have noticed that you'll also be doing quests for your profession in Legion. These aren't like the ones in Warlords that are one-time quests just to get your profession. These are going to be top-of-the-line quest chains that will not only provide a bit of backstory for your profession, add a bit more fantasy to them and see you doing things like finding and harvesting giant gems, analyzing items as a blacksmith, and all kinds of things like that, but also providing you with benefits, such as these increased ranks. You'll find these quests from the trainers in Dalaran, or by just, crafting and gathering things. Generally, if you see one of these quests, you're going to want to do it as quickly as you can, because more stuff is always great. You'll unlock more of these quests as you gain levels, so make sure to check back in Dalaran every few levels. I don't mean profession levels, I mean actually leveling up your character. The Blood of Sargeras is next. This is a bind-on-pickup crafting reagent used in a lot of high-end recipes, and it can be acquired from a few sources. First of all, if you've a gathering skill with a rank of 2 or higher, you can acquire Blood of Sargeras while gathering ore, skinning, or picking herbs, but only if the node, animal, or flower corresponds to your higher rank. But you can also obtain it through other means. You don't need to be a gatherer to get this stuff. You can get Blood of Sargeras through disenchanting, world quest rewards, drops in dungeons, and even through an enchant that you can apply to your shoulders. Blood of Sargeras is important for your crafting professions, so make sure you get as much of it as you can. Just remember that it is bind on pickup, so you can't go buying and selling it on the auction house. Next up, Obliterum. This is Legion's means to upgrade your gear. Obliterum allows you to increase the item level of a crafted piece by 5, from item level 815 to item level 850. to obtain Obliterum, you will need to destroy crafted items at the Obliterans Forge. This forge makes up for the fact that re-rolling stats on an item is gone, so you'll be destroying items that you don't want to use or sell. The Obliterans Forge is unlocked through a quest chain that starts at level 110 in Dalaran, seeing you put out a fire at a wagon and progressing from there. You'll need to craft or buy 4 items from various professions to unlock this forge, so be prepared for either leaning on your friends and guildmates or buying from others. Obliterum is not bind on pickup, but to upgrade an item you'll need a little blood of Sargeras, and the item that you upgrade must already be soulbound, meaning that you won't be finding fully upgraded pieces of gear on the auction house anymore. Finally, a quick note about how to swap professions. You can do this much more easily than before for Legion recipes. If you ever swap back to a profession that you once had, you can purchase a Forgotten Tome for a little bit of gold from the vendors in Dalaran that correspond to your profession, allowing you to relearn your old recipes that are Legion specific. Although this doesn't allow you to relearn recipes from before Legion, this is a lovely little quality of life improvement for those who swap between professions. Let me be honest here, this isn't a conclusive overview. I honestly don't have the time right now to create such a video, nor do I have the means. As I said, I'm saving all of the leveling content for myself because I don't want to spoil it. So if you want an absolute comprehensive overview of professions, I would heartily recommend Kelani's video regarding Legion professions, which you can find in the description and on screen now. That will conclude this guide. Next time, we'll discuss the Moose. Yeah, you didn't mishear me there. The Grove Warden mount is going away in about a week, so if you want to get your hands on it, you're going to need to act soon. We'll go over how you can do it, and offer you some resources in the community for finding a means to get into an Archimonde kill. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments or suggestions, you can contact me using the links in the description, or you can just leave a comment. If you want to help support the channel, there is a link to my Patreon page in the description as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in the world of Warcraft.